Hi Sagittarius, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're all feeling amazing. So as we come to the end of another year, many of you might be reflecting on the year that's been and taking stock of where you're at or where you would have liked to be at by now. So I thought it would be a good idea to do a reading that covers the next 3 months for you by channeling the current and most dominant energies that will offer you opportunities that you can really seize and make the most of. Now's a really good time to reset, recenter, reassess, and hopefully move into 2023 feeling more motivated and with direction. So I'm hoping by the end of this reading, parts of it will resonate, all of it will resonate, but most importantly, it will at least put you in a more positive mindset, feeling empowered and really ready to take on the year ahead with purpose. Everything you guys need to know about me or Soul Embers can be found on our website. I've popped the link in the description box below. Check it out. I take personal readings, I do coaching. There's lots and lots of goodies there. Offer free discovery sessions as well. So feel free to reach out. I'd love to connect. All right, Sagittarius, let's have a look and see what's going on with the Sagittarians that I am connecting with. How's Saggy feeling right now? What's going on in November for Sagittarius? Today's the 1st of November. So we'll be looking at all of November and December. What have we got for December for Sagittarius? What have we got for December? And what have we got for January for Sagittarius? The card flipped, it's all the way over there. What have we got for January for Sagittarius? All right, so, oh wow, okay. Sagittarius. I'm getting that in the month of November, whether it be known to you or whether it not be known to you, you're holding on to anger that no longer serves you. So it says it in the card. Anger, you're holding on to anger that no longer serves you. Now, some of you may not be feeling angry, but there are certain areas of your life that you have completely hit a brick wall with. And you might not have angry outbursts, but it is because of the anger that you haven't healed that you're unable to engage in certain aspects of life that will bring you a more well-rounded life, more balanced life. I feel that the Sagittarians that I'm connecting with might be angry with just the way things are turning out. This is not how you want to live your life, Sagittarius. This is not how you, and it depends. This could have to do with one particular area of your life. This is not how you want things to be for you. There's been a lot of resistance this year for you, Sagittarius, and the anger is just mounting, and I feel the water's really reaching its boiling point for you. You've really had enough and you want to let that go. You don't want to feel this way anymore. You want to release the worry, you want to release whatever it is, and you want to receive your blessings. So Sagittarius, whether you are, the anger is you're very well aware of it, and there are certain circumstances that have led you to feel this way, that is very much possible. It could be completely apparent, but I'm also getting that there is a group of you out there that have this that are holding on to this underlying anger and may have been holding on to it for some time, that is preventing you from experiencing life to its fullest. So in November comes an opportunity for you, a calling, a push, a pull, call it what you want, for you to really address it. Now, whether that come in the form of a conversation where you're triggered and you can really take the opportunity to address it, whether it's through journaling, whether you've got a coach, whatever it is, something's going to happen that's going to bring this anger to the surface. Or I should say, not the anger, the reason behind the anger, the realization that there is anger. And it offers you the opportunity, November offers you the opportunity to really work on it. And then as you shift from November through to December, you'll start to, there is worry there about this situation, and worry does have to do with, how is this going to pan out? Perhaps, you get into an argument. Things do reach boiling point. You address it in a way that is very confronting, that is very angry, that doesn't, cultivate feelings of discussion. Instead, it's like a pure attack, and that could work both ways. Ultimately, though, it's not the direction you want to go in. It is a symptom. It's the result of what's been building up for you. And so once things cool down, you will start to feel worried about the repercussions of this argument, the repercussions of this outburst. Or you will, if you're in the group of people where you identify with the anger or identify the underlying cause of the anger, you will look back at the situation and, just how much time you feel has been wasted in not forming the right connections or not being able to move forward in certain areas of your life, and that brings a lot of worry. So it's that point. December brings a point of an energy, I should say, of realization and reality. It's a reality check. But what I do feel about December, though, for you Sagittarius, is that you will feel a hell of a lot more lighter. The healing begins here. The healing really does begin. Whether it's going to be handled well or not in November, December brings an opportunity of release. It brings more clarity. It does bring worry, obviously, about how things are going to pan out, but at the same time, there is an element of freedom associated with this energy. And then as you move into January, the sun is rising. I mean, look at this, right? There's a lot of darkness in these cards, except for the light that's shining behind through the window here. The actual silhouette here is quite dark. So I feel that, it's the energy of just not knowing, giving up to a degree. I'm getting giving up, the energy of giving up to a degree with this whole thing, putting your hands up in the air. The anger is the frustration at trying and not being able to achieve, at meeting with so much resistance, at things being so damn hard. Why don't things just flow? Well, go with the flow, Sagittarius. If that's the case, where is the flow? Can you find the flow? Where do you feel things just unfold naturally? Find that and follow it. I feel that you're trying to go upstream without a paddle because that's the way you see. But allow yourself to really sit with certain situations and think about which avenue allows you to feel that you can go with the flow and follow that. I'll just, if you're going upstream without a paddle and that's what it feels like, let it go. Stop paddling. Let the boat turn around. Let it take you downstream. That's the way you're supposed to be going, right? So that's the type of energy that I'm getting here. Going that way, though, you fear that because going opposite to the direction that you want to go in. So if you are trying to go into the direction of a job or a person in a relationship, let's say, and you're trying to lean in, that's where the resistance is happening. And then you allow yourself to go with the flow, it'll take you downstream, takes you away from that person. That's what you're feeling. But the truth is that they can also come downstream with you, right? just remember that, Sagittarius, you're not in this alone. There are two can, what's the saying? I can't believe it's escaped me. It's like one of the most common sayings. It takes two to tango, right? That's what I was looking for. So just remember that. Not all of this is your responsibility. You don't have to carry this burden on your own. It is a two-way street. So then as you move into January though, I'm loving this energy, the light. The sun is rising and the dark is behind you. Okay, so by January, things are going to start falling into place. Perhaps, by you letting go, by you voicing certain things, perhaps things will be all uprooted and up in the air throughout November and December, but there will be so much more clarity as to where you stand in January. You will have direction by January. And if it's not 100% feeling amazing for you by then, you will at least know where you're going. You will have that clarity. At the moment, I feel that you're really, really lost and feeling trapped. That's what I'm getting. Lost and trapped. So Sagittarius, I know I've been referring to a person or a relationship, but this could actually have to do with, your own personal growth. It could have to do with a relationship outside of intimacy. It could do with a variety of different areas of your life, right? However, in saying that, what I have found is always that this energy affects every area of your life, but there is one area that it's most dominant in, and that's why you are triggered in that one area. But once you make the shift, by January, when you start to see the light, it won't only affect this relationship, let's say, or this situation. It will have you will have clarity on every other area of your life. So let's break this down and have a look and see what this is about. Okay, what have we got for Sagittarius? What have we got? I see. Yes, okay. It all makes sense now. So apply these guys that's too many. I'm going to take the one that fell. All right. Apply this to the circumstances or the area of your life that it applies to. But I'm just going to stick to, let's say, saying this has to do with a person. So I feel that there is this anger about the fact that you didn't know better. You believed in something that didn't stand the test of time. It didn't stand the tests in general. You feel that you were let down or that you let yourself down. Perhaps you believed in a cause, perhaps you invested in something and it definitely did not have the return. That's what this is about in a nutshell. Wherever you invested your energy, you were over optimistic about the outcome it could have, let's say, and now you're reflecting and you feel angry at the fact that this did not have its return. Here's the thing though, Sagittarius, that I'm getting that, it does have what it takes to go the distance. This is about having what it takes. This is about having the determination, perseverance, and stamina and strength to work through challenges and tests. The problem that I am seeing, or the issue at hand, let's say, is that in your mind there was a specific approach, and this has veered off that approach, and that's what is making you think that it's not heading in the direction that it needs to go. This is about divine timing, right? This isn't about a pace that you feel comfortable with something going. It's about divine timing. Things will move along and progress as certain lessons are learnt when the time is right. So until you release, I guess, a perception of how things should go, or you stop going. Remember how I said earlier, you have focused on getting to this goal by taking, going upstream without a paddle. Once you release that and you allow things to unfold more organically, we're down that path of less resistance to take you to that goal, you might be pleasantly surprised at what you will learn about this situation on the way. It's about opening up your mind and allowing for you to see the different avenues, perspectives, paths, right? And I guess that is going against, this is where that worry comes in. It's going against, what you really feel you need to do to get the outcome that you want, because of how much energy you've invested. You don't want to see that go down the drain. You want to see it, you definitely want to see it go you have an outcome in mind, right? And the worry is that if you take a different approach, you don't feel positive about that approach, right? But there is something there for you. The reason why you feel so much resistance, and the reason why feelings are so heightened, and the reason why you feel that things didn't measure up to your expectations, is because that is not the way to achieve it. Okay, it is your perception, right? So moving into, in December, you really have that. After this release, I feel there is going to be some sort of an argument or a release. After that, you will persevere. You're not giving up, Sagittarius, as worried as you might be. But I do feel that you will start to drop your energy into the present and you'll release that control. It's exhausting. I mean, what you're fighting up against is exhausting. You'll let it go because you won't have the energy to resist it any longer. And the minute you surrender it, look at this. The light comes and you really start to ask those deep questions. What were your motives? That's when you start to ask yourself the right questions. Why did I take this approach? Why did they take this approach? How can I work with this in a loving way, and a way that, feels more natural? Let's say I don't have as much resistance. How can I work with it to attract this into my life? And these questions are so important because they lead you to, it allows for the others involved to lead you to the answers. They will lead you to those answers because a lot of those answers that you're looking for have to do with, I guess, what's a word that I'm looking for? Interdependency. They are about collaborating, co-creating, working together. That's what this is about. And so perhaps the approach up until this point, you felt that you needed to carry this in a particular way, a lot of the burden, so that it had the kind of result that you wanted. But when you realize that it doesn't, there is a massive shift that happens in December and in January. And by January, you're asking those right questions, that allow for a more peaceful approach, that allow for cooperation. That's what this is about. Because right now, you don't feel that you're cooperating at all, right? So I'm going to close this reading off by pulling a card from Spirit for you. Guys, do comment below. Does this resonate? Or part of it, does it resonate? Did you find this helpful? Does it offer you clarity? I love reading your comments. Not only that, it helps me connect with your energy, which I use for future readings. So, back to what you love. Back to what you love. Reevaluate your desires. Boom, baby. Reevaluate. It's right at the bottom of this card. Reevaluate your desires. When you started this process, whatever this process is, what were the fundamental qualities that you were seeking for? Was it being understood? Was it being supportive? Was it co-creating and being inspired and motivating each other, or each other? What were those? Those are the big questions. And what you'll find is that you've moved a little bit away from that. Instead, it's become more about getting to the outcome through a specific path. So reevaluate your desires. Go back to what you love, what it was that you originally saw happening, based not on an outcome, but on a feeling. Right? I hope you guys found that helpful. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you for your next lot of readings. Bye.